Just a second, brothers and sisters. Let me set this up and let me post this link up into the StreamYard. Just a second. Okay, yeah, I'm back. Back in full effect. I got disconnected, but I'm back. As we set fire to the Confederate flag, as we set fire to the sheets of the Klansmen, we remain proud to be Black supremacists. Yesterday, last month, last week, today, and forever. All right, we got a new topic to discuss. Does God really exist? Now, I could say this, that Caesar Borrega, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed Christian Jesus, does not exist. Maybe he does because, you know, a lot of you Negro love white men. Love the goddamn white man. So you get on your hands and knees and pray to the goddamn white man. But see, I think there's a higher power involved in all of this, man. Trust and believe. Does God exist? What is God? I would say that God is a creator. And the only creator that I know about is our sun. Our sun sheds light upon the earth. There's no vegetable, no fruit tree that can survive without earth, wind, fire, and water. So I may be wrong, and I'm setting this up, and I posted the link because I want brother Angel to come on and speak about this topic. Does God exist? Man, what is a God? What does it take to be looked at as a God? And peace to Twin Pyramid. Peace to Twin Pyramid. We have 2 viewers. And I'm hoping, damn, wow. I posted the link. Wait a second. I posted the link, man. Brother said that he was gonna come on and speak. On Twin Pyramid, man. Where's brother Snupnut, man? He said he was gonna come on and speak on. He was gonna come join the panel, and we was gonna chop it up about God, about this God that's supposed to exist. I'm just waiting, man. Now, come on, man, brother Angel. Come on, brother. so we could get the party started. Let's get this party started. But I need my guests to join. If I can get this party started, I mean, I yeah, that's what I'm wondering, man. Where is he at? Man, I posted the link. This man still ain't even joined the panel. He ain't even requested to join the panel yet. On the last stream, he said he was going to join the panel. He was going to speak on this. Real quick, but okay. God. What is a God? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Forecast Radio. What's up, bro? Man, you busy? Bro, you could join my panel too, man. I'll be watching all your streams, man. And yo, I watched last night what you did with Brother Bakari, and I saw how when you tried to, man, I was waiting on that premiere that you was supposed to upload, and I saw how, you know what I'm saying, YouTube ended up taking it down. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even they man false flagged you, gave you a flag. Okay. We have the man. We have the man. The man is here. Just a second, brother Andrew. Let me say something real quick. Yes, Forecast Radio, bro. Man, you could join this panel too. Okay, if you're busy, too busy to join the panel, could you just type in the comment section, do you believe in God? Does God exist to you? Forecast. But all right, okay, well, the Forecast Radio. Does God exist? Do you believe in a God? I'm gonna turn this over to Snupnup to Angel, but I'm just trying to see. My brother Forecast Radio does he believe in God? Do you believe in God? Yes or no, sir? But yeah, Angel Snupnup, how you doing, bro?
I'm fine, sir. So far, sleepy. We was up 1, 2 in the morning last night with Morris World TV.
Okay. Oh yeah, just a second. Okay, just a second, bro. I don't mean to cut you. Okay, the Forecast Radio. Okay, you said I'm out right now, not at home. Okay, much love. But could you just like give your position just in the comment section real quick? Do you believe in a God? Does God exist? That's what we're talking about right now, Forecast. Do you believe in God? But yeah, I'm gonna turn this back over to Angel Snupnup. Yeah. Oh man, you were up, man. I gotta watch that stream. Wow. But yeah, continue, bro.
Yeah, we were up to about 1 in the morning, way past my bedtime, because I'll be going to bed pretty early. Sometimes it's early at 6 o'clock. But I'm an early riser though. I might be back up at 3:30 or something like that.
Okay, wait a second, bro. I'm trying to get Forecast Radio involved. Okay. The question is, I see from the cell phone, I don't even know how to like show these comments on the screen. Hold up. How do I show these comments? Okay, because he said, but what do I mean as God? Like define God. He doesn't believe in a religion, God. Okay, yeah. I don't believe in Caesar Borrega, the blonde hair, blue eye, pagan God of the Bible. Of course not. If I was to say that there was a Jesus, I would say his name was Yeshua. He would be a black man, because even the Bible says that God created man up in his image. So that means if there is a God, my God looks just like me, has the same color skin, same texture of hair, same color eyes. I mean, according to the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but you don't believe in none of that hell foolishness, do you?
No. They was trying to convert me last night. They was really trying hard.
Yeah, but
some of my people showed up, start making the conversation more balanced, because I was sort of by myself at first. Then people that think like I do, the hell with that God stuff, you question those things, they start showing up. But that's that brother's channel, He steady trying to push, the God thing. I'm not doing that no more. That's kindergarten fairy tales,
Or
fabricated
break it
stuff.
down to me, brother. Break it down to me. Does
Santa Claus.
God, or break it down
If you
to me.
believe in God, you might as well believe in Santa Claus. It's the same concept. It's the same thing.
So there's no
Because
creator?
if you believe in God, you might as well believe in Santa Claus. It's the same crap.
But I thought God was the okay. Well, I want to make sure that you break this all down, man, because I know how you go off. But I just got to put the questions out here. I mean, okay, but to me, God means the creator. Is there a creator? Like, okay, how are you? Where do you come from, brother?
Well, see, this is the thing about it.
That's
There's a lot of things that we will never know. But the thing about ancient people and a lot of other folks out there, they want to pretend like they know and make some stuff up like it's true. George Washington and those people during that time, the 1700s, 1600s, they will never know what a car looked like. They will never know. It's outside of their time period. They'll never know. And it's just like us. We will never know certain things in our time period. And it's a disservice and it's not right for us to make up a lie for something that we don't know. That's what ancient people done. Ancient people were afraid of death. They didn't understand the natural world. They worship every damn thing that they come in contact with. Almost everything became a god to them. Tigers was gods, eagles was gods, crocodiles was gods. They made gods out of everything. The changing of the seasons, they didn't really understand why it was summer, then fall, and they made up stuff. They didn't understand the natural world, and they made things up. And of course, tornadoes and earthquakes and all these other different natural disasters. Well, actually, they're not a natural disaster, because whether you're here on the earth or not, that's what's going to happen on this planet. You're going to have earthquakes and you're going to have tornadoes and hurricanes, whether you're here or not. What makes it a disaster is simply the fact that you're in the way of these things when they happen. This is just natural occurrences on this planet that's been going on for who knows how long. And of course, and then there was a period in human history, of course, where there was a lot of volcanic activity. So you had volcanoes going off, and volcanoes can go off and actually blacken the sky. You won't even be able to see the sun, and that tripped ancient people off, because all of a sudden the sun disappeared because of volcanic activity. They made up stuff that the gods are angry and whatever. Remember, before the technology that we have now, remember the early teachings of Christianity was that heaven was on a cloud, because we wasn't able to reach the clouds yet. So they would say, when you go to heaven, you sit up on a cloud. But now we can easily go up into the clouds, and we never seen no heaven up there nowhere. So now they say that heaven is way, way out there in the universe somewhere, because of the technology that we have. It's all make believe and fantasy stuff.
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Well, because
last night,
go ahead, brother. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Last night, I told them we can simply end this conversation by having your God come to the live stream. And there's no need to debate. There's no need to argue. No need to fuss. Bring your God to the live stream. I'm still asking that right now on your live stream. Bring your God happy ass to the live stream and speak for yourself. I don't need no third party, second parties. God can come here and talk to us on the live stream.
So you wish to meet the man himself of his flesh? Yeah.
Let's do this.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes. Okay. Well. Oh my God. Wow. That's man. I'm telling you, brother.
But he's never going to show up. He's never going to show up because it don't exist.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Well. So I guess we don't exist then. I got to come with it. I guess we don't exist because we will meet. You ever heard of you meet your maker?
That's not your maker.
I'm talking. Okay, we were born.
See, this is whatever
to
kicked
live
us off.
and
see,
die.
This is what they're trying to do. this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to put a human attribute on something that was just natural in, how can I explain this? Our bodies is made up of different cells, and those cells represent different systems that make up who we are. Okay. We all start off as two cells. The sperm is a cell and the egg is a cell, and they join together and they begin to replicate. Okay. So people will say, well, how did all this start or whatever? Again, it doesn't make any difference. We may never know how it all started. But one thing for sure, we're trying to put a human face on something that is not human like that. In English language, it's called impersonification. Impersonification is trying to give attributes, human attributes, to something that is not human. So in this case, they taken this process, whatever made us up, they're trying to give it human characteristics, try to make a man or a woman, make it human out of it. And that's not necessarily the case, because if you're doing that, you're trying to say some being done this. And that's what I'm saying. If a being or some creator did this, then why don't you create and bring your creator ass on the live stream and show us who the hell you are? You're making stuff up. It's fantasy stuff.
Yeah, there's a way to meet the man. There's a way to find out, for ourselves.
No, you can't
commit suicide. I mean, no. I'm talking about to all of us. There's a way we could test this. There's a test that can be done.
Nobody, do you know how many people have died? And well, first of all, do you know how many gods? There are over 7,000 gods that people worship. 7,000. One of the most popular, of course, is the Islamic God, the Abrahamic religions, the main three. But there's countless. There's at least 7,000 gods out there. So which one is the one that did, or you making a claim?
There's an easy way, brother. I got to challenge you. There's an easy way to find out. All the man got to do is slit his throat or slit his own wrist. And
well, that's the thing about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a lot. There's billions of people have died on this planet, and not one have come back to tell us nothing about some afterlife, some spiritual world, the realms, whatever. See, this is the thing you have to understand. We've been programmed with this fantasy stuff ever since we was children. The cartoons, you got talking dogs and talking squirrels and talking rabbits that do human things, and then we graduate from cartoons and comic books to religion with supernatural things going on. Our brains, we've programmed our brains to accept fantasy as reality. And so what happens is, since our brains is filled up with this stuff, it manufactures these hallucinations that we see. People are actually seeing and experiencing in real time these realms and all this stuff, spirit stuff that's coming. They are actually experiencing this, but the thing about it is, it's hallucination. It's not real. That's the real. Because if it was real, all of us could experience it with you. It's not real. Only you can experience it, because your brain, you've programmed your brain to create these things because you believe in it. See,
but I gotta say this. But God is good. I gotta say this, brother. No, just let me put this on. God is good. Prior to your birth, I remember the first time that I ever awoken with consciousness, man. I was up in a baby crib. I was younger than 1 year old. But prior to that, there was no pain, there was no hurt, there was no suffering. There was no you just did not exist.
Right.
I just did not exist.
Did not exist.
That's right. There was no pain involved, there was no hurt, there was no suffering. I hear that I'm just living is worse than dying.
Well, living is suffering. There's nothing beautiful about living. So the first thing that you do when you come into this life, because you was developed in water the first painful thing, hurtful thing that you ever had to do was transfer from water to air, and you start crying because because I'm pretty sure it might have hurt the child, hurt us when we come into this, because you coming from out of water, now you got to learn how to breathe air. That's one of the first things that you do, and then you got to, of course, find a food source and go through all that bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Find your mama's breast or a can of Similac, however, whatever's going on with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, and throughout life is not pretty. There's never going to be a perfect life. Now, what we live in is over exaggeration, because you got a bunch of suckers, a bunch of leeches that want to be better and live better than everybody else. They think they should sit on their ass and do nothing. And people like you and me do all the work, and they live lives of you got a bunch of corrupt ass people in charge, which makes life even harder than what it really is. But there's nothing. Life is struggle. You're gonna have good times and bad times. It's simple as that. You're gonna have tragedy, because, like I say, if you're in the way of a hurricane,
yes, sir,
or a tornado or earthquake,
yes, sir.
I mean, it is what it is.
Can you still hear me good, bro?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay. Well, yeah, man, because I'm in my car, man. But I wanted to put this out here. I just shared that the forecast radio, and I want, man, if you could speak on this. What the brother said, he said,
on my phone.
Okay. Well, let me
but I don't think the ancient people were as spooked out. Just things that helped them survive. We just got spooked. See, this is the thing about it also. Yes, it was spooky, but the leadership, the people, this mindset was forced on the people, because there was people, I'm pretty sure there was people like myself who questioned what was going on. But the leadership, see, religion and spirituality has always been used to control the masses. And we got to understand that ancient people was illiterates. All this stuff was given to people. They were illiterates. They were unable to think for themselves, and they went along with the program. But so brother, the leadership.
You pray. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So if the leadership was spooked out, then they're going to force the masses, those who are under their domination, going to force them, and that's how religion and spirituality is the way that it is. These thoughts and things, these was forced on the people by violence.
Okay, but violence from who? I mean, I'm
from
not talking
from
about
the leadership, from the
black leadership.
It don't make any difference if it's African spirituality or European leadership. The people,
I'm talking about way
they
back.
learned that these religions and the spirituality stuff, they learned that these was good control mechanisms for the people, keep them spooked out, easier to control.
But I thought, from what I have, from my understanding, man, the little understanding that I have in my little small brain, the ancients, shoot, they looked up to the stars as God. They looked up to sun as God, moon, God, water, God, land, God, vegetation, God, animal, God, man, yo, but
they made gods out of everything. There ain't too much they didn't make a god out of. They were amazed. It was amazing, and a lot of these things they made gods out of. They were just mesmerized by the power of the elephant, the power of the crocodile, the power of thunderstorms. Thunderstorms scared the hell out of them. What's up with this? Now at one time, these gods was physical, elephant or whatever. But at some point in time, they turned this god into a spook, some invisible being, because they were killing these other gods, as human beings.
Do you think you have an alpha? Do you think you have an alpha? Is there? I'm talking about just personally, bro. I just got this question. Do you believe that your descendancy has an alpha? As far as like a beginning, how far do you think your personal descendant? I know I'm at, man, some tough questions, man. I'm a tough dude And man, I ask these type of questions. Do you think that your descendancy has an alpha,
But see, this
a
thing about it.
beginning?
Yeah,
Okay, yes,
of
sir.
course,
Yes.
everything has a beginning. And if I can't
Oh,
answer your question, if I can't answer the question, I won't even attempt to. I can easily say I don't know. So if I say I don't know, there's no reason to keep talking about it because I told you I don't know. But in this case here, I can say I don't know. I can't. How am I going to talk about something I don't know? I don't know what the beginning. I don't know all this, and really, it's no concern. Here you are dominated by another people, and somebody can put their knee on your neck and crush your neck to death in front of a camera. This is the type of situation you're in, and you worried about some God and all this other spooky stuff, and you're not interested in changing your condition. These gods not helping you change your condition, putting you in a better situation. It's a conversation to me that's not even worth having, because if your God got it going on like that, got all this power, how come your God got you in this condition here? I mean, because the so-called Negro, the once called Negro in this country, we are really pathetic. We're a bunch of losers. People don't like to talk to me because I tell it like it is. We are a bunch of losers. We're on the bottom of the barrel. And you got a few of us, got a little money, but you still will be called the N-word. Jay-Z and Beyonce is still the N-word. Bob Johnson is still the N-word. It don't make no difference. Your little funky money don't mean nothing. What that money do for Oprah, what that money do for Will Smith, it helps them deal with the reality of racism. That's what it does. It gives them the illusion like they're accepted, and they're not, because they go to the right place in this country. Some of these folks will tell them in their face, get the hell out of here, N-word, real quick. It happened to Oprah Winfrey on a show one time I saw. People talk, Oprah coming. This one guy was talking about,
bro.
yeah, this one guy was saying, I don't care about that N-word.
I understand that, but we're talking about a higher power today. I mean, Oprah Winfrey is going to die just as well as I'm going to die.
Yeah.
As we all are going to die. We all will pass away one day. We will return to earth.
That's what I love about death. Death don't care. Young, old, rich, poor, death don't care. Equal opportunity. Death don't care.
Exactly. So, that's all I'm trying to speak on, man. God, I want to make sure.
When it comes to death, you can die before you even born.
Yes, sir. Get aborted.
Death to get you before you still in your mama's womb, and you'll die. You can get killed.
Yeah, man. You can get aborted or be murdered. Just like, man, during the in slavery and the stuff that our people went through, man. We had sisters, man, getting their stomachs ripped open and babies used as alligator bait. Yeah. Torn from out of the womb. Torn from out of the stomach of the black woman. And stumped on the head, black boots from the oppressor. Stumped on, these babies and used them as alligator bait.
But look at this. Wow, okay, we hear stories. We hear stories about that, right, Brother Craig? But apparently those stories don't mean a damn thing to you, because you would rather, I'm not saying you, sir, I'm just saying in general. If we're so concerned about these type of stories and police brutality and all like that, if you're really concerned like that, then how come you can't find a way to work with your brother and sister together? Because without unity, ain't nothing gonna change. But you so selfish. Oh, Angel Snup 7 don't believe in God. I can't mess with him. Angel Snup 7 took the last cracker. He ate the last cracker. I don't like him. He ate the. If we really was serious about what we're talking about, then we understand that you can't get nothing done without Angel Snup 7. I can't get nothing done without you. But apparently, all that stuff, 100 million people died in the middle pack, all that stuff don't mean a damn thing to you, Because if you really was serious about and felt the way you felt about those things, then you know that you need to get with your brothers and sisters. Let's unite and change the condition. The reason why the condition has not changed is because you don't want it changed. You are happy sitting in your little corner of the world, sucking on your pig feet and drinking Coca-Cola soda. That's what it's about. They're not real. They don't like Angel Snuff 7 because I'm going to be real. I'm real about mine. And I'm going to tell you, I'm willing to compromise my position in order to get the job done. I don't even care nothing about the Mississippi campaign. But the reason why I pushed the Mississippi campaign is because at this moment in time, we need something big to get the job done. All this little tiddlywink stuff, little vanity projects that we do, that's not gonna, we've been doing that for the last 50 some years. It's not gonna get nothing done. It don't impress nobody. You got people that's just coming over the border that's buying farmland and all this little tiddlywink stuff that we're doing. It ain't nothing. We're not doing nothing no more than our slave ancestors did straight off the plantation. Tell me, Brother Craig, what are we doing in 2022 that our slave ancestors didn't do, and they was illiterates coming straight off the slave plantation?
We worse than that, bro. I mean, man, we've digressed as a people. I know that
right.
for a fact. From those times, yeah, we digressed. We getting worse, man. If you look up Chirac homicides, man, man, every single day. That's why I say, man, we killing more of our own people, man, than the Ku Klux. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say more, but I would say that the deaths of black men and black women, the numbers are the same, man. Ain't nothing changed. It's just a new, it just manifests into a new reality. But go ahead, brother.
This is what I believe. I don't know. This is what I believe. You're going to always have a Chirac. You're always going to have all these things that's going on because the people that's involved, they don't have nothing. They don't have no inspiration. They don't have nothing to look. Let me tell you something. I think I'm on point because in 1995, during the period of time of the Million Man March, all this crime, a lot of things that was going on with us, because that Million Man March was very inspirational. It was motivational. The crime numbers and everything went down during that period of time. We was more brotherly and sisterly because this Million Man March project, it was inspirational. Even when you went into the streets, some of our people was involved in criminal activity. They still, a lot of them was in support of the Million Man March. They was inspired by it. Had everybody's attention in 1995.
I got another question, bro. So what's the difference between the gangster disciples, the GDs, the BDs, the Bloods and Crips, and the goddamn Ku Klux Klan? The same amount of black men are still dying and being murdered. What's the difference? What's the fucking difference between the 1920s and 2020? Well, I mean, I have to put these type of things out here, man, because nobody else is gonna speak on that, man. What's the difference between what was happening to black folk in the 1920s, the 1820s, and 2020? What's the difference? I don't see no difference. I don't see no difference.
Well,
bro.
The only difference is during their period of time in the 20s and even up until the 60s and 70s, we wasn't as comfortable, and we understood that all we got is us. Now we caught up in individualism. You know, I get mine, you get yours. You know, so I don't care nothing about the other person. We was more together, actually, because we didn't have no choice. So we worked together in order to accomplish something. But now I don't need you, Craig. I got my own thing going. I don't need Guy. I don't need Maurice. I don't need none of y'all. I do my own thing. That's the problem. Individualism. It's about my organization. It's about me, we, when it should be about us. So we're gonna pay a price for all this, our children. And this is the thing about it too. See, I don't have any children, so I shouldn't even give a damn anyway. But especially if you have children, you are going to allow them to inherit a real bad place. And you had these children and didn't do nothing to help make their life better. See, once you become an adult and you have children, your life ends when you have children. Your life is about securing the survival of your children. You have these adults, I want to go party, I got to have a... No, when you decide to have children, your life is dedicated to those children. You will see this in nature. When birds and frogs, whenever they have babies, whatever, their attention is to those babies. They don't have a life anymore. We don't think that way. We spit these babies out. If they make it, they make it. They don't, they don't. You don't give a damn about their future. But at the same time, we'll get around. I sure love my grandbabies. Oh yeah, but see, your happy ass live a comfortable life, and they got pure hell in the future. I know. Look, there were some brothers I was cool with a few years ago. They in their 50s now too, whatever. They so pro blackity black, 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 black. And I thought they were soldiers. I thought they were so strong. Now the only thing on their mind, they on Facebook with pictures of their grandchildren. What did you do to secure for them? You ain't do nothing for them. Now they're just some comfortable old men. And see, this is the thing about family. This is the reason why I think if Malcolm X didn't have a family, he might still be alive today. And he probably would have did things differently. I personally believe Malcolm X allowed himself to be assassinated easily so his family wouldn't get hurt, because them bastards was after him and they didn't give a damn about killing his wife and children. So he just decided, the hell with it. I'll just go ahead and let them kill me if that's what they want to do. But see, the thing about that, when you have family and children, it stops you from being the soldier and the warrior that you are, because now you got in your mind, I don't want my children and my babies to get hurt. But that's war. That's what's going to happen. You at war. Your children and your babies are going to get hurt. That's how it goes. But if you know that you're going to be in that type of situation like me, I never wanted no children because I always figured that I'm a warrior. I'm a soldier. I'm not going to get caught up with wife and children like that because I could die at any time. So what's the sense of having wife and children to cry over?
Yes. Yeah, I agree with you, man. And that's why I had did a video about these Captain American Negroes. But I understand, the position and, what we have been through as a people. So I could understand what would lead a lot of the brothers out here to, want to be, to love America. And it's just like you say, like, man, we're up in a war. Man, we already, they defeated our people. And they defeated our people. And we in the position that we in now because, our ancestors, man, were defeated. And that's why, I always call myself a prisoner of war. I'm going to tell you,
for us.
But go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
For us, it's a little bit different. It's for us, it's a lot different because you say that you're a prisoner of war. That's not quite true.
The descendant of a prisoner of war. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. That's more accurate because we was born behind enemy line. We were born in the damn cages. We wasn't taken prisoner. We're not a prize that was taken. We were born in incarceration. We were born in an institution for hundreds and hundreds of years. That's what, we've never, I keep telling these people that talk about, well, you are African. We've been in this country going on 500 years. We've never been in no Africa.
Yeah, man. Oh, let's talk about that real quick. I know we're supposed to be talking about God and religion, but man, I love that topic. Yes, sir. Man, African, man. What the hell is an African?
Well, this is I'm fine with it. Talk about
today.
you ashamed of being an African. No, if you can prove to me that I'm African, I can handle it. I've listened to Dr. Ben. I've listened to Dr. Clark. I've read a lot of these different books. That one book that came from Columbus, I forgot the exact title. I've read a lot of these books. I'm looking for the connection between the Negro and the African. I don't see it. They don't never describe it. How the hell did an African become a Negro? How did it happen? And then they say African, first of all, African is a country. I mean, a continent. It's a continent. There's no people called Africans. That's a continent. The people on the continent is called African. But when you talk about being an African, be specific. Since you know all this, then you should be specific in what you're talking about. And then you can only break it down to West Africa because they said most of the slaves came from West Africa. So you can't be talking about North, South, and East. You have to always keep talking about the West. They're not specific about a people, a specific people. Who the hell are you talking about? I'm African what? And in order to be those people, you have to maintain your purity, which the Negro is not pure. Even when you take these old bogus African DNA tests, most of those tests show a whole different mix of stuff. It might show that you might be 50% such and such African, whatever. And it's still, look, okay, when it comes to the African test, where did they get the DNA? Where did they get the DNA in order to say that you're part of these people? And so if you're part of those people, that means you related to them. Why don't they introduce you to your relatives? Because they're not your relatives. They're a piece of the pie. Because you might be 50% African this, and they're only going to tell you about some tribe. And this is the thing about human beings. Human beings move all the time. So they saying that you are part of this tribe because of a geographical area. But we don't know how long those people been there. They might just got there. We don't know that.
That's true.
Because people move all the time.
Yes, sir. They do.
They're not really linking you to DNA because they're really linking you to DNA. Those people, then they can link you to your relatives. And they're not. They're linking you to a geographical area. That's what they're linking you to.
Yeah, no, I agree 1000% with what you're saying. And it's just the fact of the matter, like you got these guys, I mean, they just love, I don't know, man. It's so much.
I don't have a problem. If somebody want to be an African,
yes, sir,
then be that. Learn the language. See, if I told you I'm an African, I'm going to tell you, well, brother Craig, I'm a Kenyan. And I'm going to start practicing I'm going to learn the Kenyan language. I'm going to practice. I'm going to do the Kenyan way. You got these people that tell me I'm this African stuff, whatever. They're not living African. They living like any other Negro on the street. If you're going to be that, then be it. Wear the clothes, learn the language. And you don't even have to go there because there's Kenyans here. There's Kenya here, so you don't have to actually go to Africa. But if you claim to be some African, be that. Don't be sitting here running your mouth, I'm an African, but still act like a Negro, talk like a Negro, walk like a Negro. What they say? If it look like a duck, walk like a duck, quack like a duck, is a duck. So you can say that you are African all you want to. You look like a Negro, talk like a Negro, walk like a Negro. That's what you are.
Well, one of the things is, man, a lot of our people, man, our brothers and stuff, man, including myself. So I'm including myself in this. But, man, we're desperately like seeking some type of identity. We don't know who the hell we are. We don't know what the hell we come from. You know what I'm saying? And so much, our people have been deprived of a knowledge of self. Well, so it's like, but go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Well, see, this is what my concept of soul brothers and sisters is. It's like this, Brother Craig. You are orphan. Okay, you're orphan. You've never known your parents. Only thing you know that you grew up in the orphanage and you become grown, you become an adult. That's how we are. We're orphans. We really don't know our parents. We really don't know where we come from. We're orphans. We are in an orphan state. We know we're not Europeans. I mean, it's quite clear we're not Europeans. So I'm not going to try to be a European, but that's all we know. And most of us in this country, we live the European lifestyle. You know, we try to look like Europeans. We act like Europeans because that's all we know. Okay. So you're a person that's an orphan. What do? You go out into the world. And if you're a male, you meet your wife and you start all over from scratch because you don't know where you come from. You're an orphan. You meet somebody and now you start from scratch. Your legacy begins with you and your wife, and y'all start from there. And this is what the Mississippi, not the Mississippi campaign, but this is what Soul Power is about. We are focusing on our uniqueness and we build it and starting from scratch. Like a lot of people don't. And we've been doing this naturally.
What do you think people hate on the Operation Exodus Mississippi? And what I'm saying, because I remember that you tried to come on and you went on Morris World TV. I mean, your main focus was speaking on Operation Exodus Mississippi. But the people, all they want to do is just laugh up in the comment section. They were sitting there, man, I was watching that comment section. I was appalled. Yeah. They were just disrespecting you left and right, man. I mean, all the people want to comedy. It's comedy, it seems.
Yeah, well, like I said, like we
movement. Go ahead, bro.
Well, like I said earlier, these people aren't really serious about their freedom or liberation. They're not really serious about it. Because if he was really serious about it, look, it's like if you and I are in jail. If you and I are in jail and you sick of being locked up and I'm sick of being locked up, we're willing to try almost anything to get out of jail because I want to get out of here. Now, see, I was locked up and you know what, and you've been incarcerated, but I don't think that you was incarcerated as long as I was. But see, there was people I was locked up with. They talk like they want to get out. They don't really want to go nowhere. They don't want to go nowhere. You got these people here, they talk like they want liberation. They don't want to do nothing. They talk. And then the Peckerwood, now here I am, I want to get out. They're not going to choose me to release me. They're going to choose the ones that really don't want to go nowhere. And see, it's just like this. What if America said, look, we don't give you no millions and millions of dollars, but y'all Negroes that talk about you want to go to Africa or whatever, we'll give you a little chump change, take y'all happy ass on. We'll give you a free boat ride, free airplane ride. Now you got all these people talking, I'm going to go to Africa, I'm going to live in Africa. Now, how many of them going to take America up on their offer?
Well, okay, I can't speak for, now I know. Probably less than 5% would.
Yeah,
even
they're not gonna
probably less than 5% of these pro-blacks. But me, I'm gonna say this: I'm scared of airplanes. Give me a boat ride and give me my reparation money, and I'll go to Africa.
They're not gonna give you no reparation money
tomorrow morning. I'm talking about just me as an individual. Give me a boat ride. Give me my reparation money tomorrow morning. First trip back to Africa. I'm out of here.
Well, they're not going to give you nothing except a free boat ride. They might give, like I said, they give you some chump change, help you get started. You on your own. You want to leave and go to Africa so bad, bye.
Yeah, well, I would happily go, but give me my reparation money, man. My ancestors picking cotton and sharecroppers. I need my reparations.
They're not going to give you any.
Okay,
they're not going to give you any reparations. This is how this is what white folks say about reparations. Make me. What you gonna do? You gonna make me? I ain't giving you nothing. Never. That's what they told me when I was locked up. I was calling them the devil, and I told them how wrong they was. And this Peckerwood just told me, all right, you know, the stuff that you're saying, you right, you know, we wrong and blah, blah, blah. What you gonna do about it? Make me. And you know something? I stopped complaining. All that complaining I was doing and whatever, I just stopped doing it. Because what's the sense of doing all this complaining and hooping and hollering I was doing, and I can't do nothing about nothing.
Man, it would be beautiful to me, bro. It would be
Huh?
beautiful. No, no, let me just say this. I just want to get this on the record. It would be beautiful for me. I mean, man, oh my God, that would be like a dream come true. Man, give me a reparation. Cut me personally a reparations check. I ain't saying, of course, we know they're not going to give the masses of black people reparations, but cut me a personal reparation check. Give me a boat ride back to Africa. And then on top of that, shit, I need to be replaced back into my land. You know, man, my villages were burnt to the ground. I can't speak for nobody else. They they displaced my people all throughout the diaspora. And my people, their descendants are probably living a better life that they would have been living on a continent. But me as a individual, cut me an individual reparations check. Give me a boat ride, my money, give me my guns, my tanks, and I will be on the first thing back to Africa tomorrow morning. I swear to God, Taalik, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah. We way off topic. We supposed to be talking about the God thing.
Yeah, true. Well, yeah, that's right. Okay,
so talking about the God
let
thing,
me ask you this then. Let's get back.
Yeah.
But go ahead, if you want to speak on that before.
No, I mean you can get back into the God thing. We all off topic. I don't like going off topic.
Savior. Okay. Is there a difference between a God and a creator?
Well, the God is supposed to be the creator, the most high.
Okay, I'm talking about
the creator.
What the creator. Okay.
Yeah.
But is there a most high? Is there a higher form that is higher than ourselves? A higher entity that is higher than ourselves?
Well, I mean,
or do you believe that there's one?
I mean, you can look at the sun. I mean, the sun is higher than we are. Without the sun, we dead. So there's a lot of things that's higher power. I mean, electrical line is higher than us. Hell, a bullet is a higher power than we are. Get a bullet in the ass and you find out, what kind of power you're dealing with. So, I mean, it's a lot of things. My problem is they're trying to say that there's some kind of alien or some kind of being, some human-like being that created all this. And there's no evidence, there's no proof of that. And this is what I want to say too. Even if it is, I'm not bowing down to your ass, okay? This is my life. I'm not here to serve you. Now, I would bring God a cup of water. God can bring me a cup of water. But I'm not interested in being a slave. I'm here just to serve God. This is my life. It's like this. I buy you a car. You said, thanks, Taalik, you bought me a car. But then I got all these attachments to it. Well, you can only drive between the hours of 8 o'clock and whatever, and you need to wash that car every Thursday. You be looking at me like, what? I thought you gave me this car. It's my car. You're not going to stand that long because it's your car. You drive that car and do with that car as you please. It's technically the car still belong to me. So if God created me and gave me life, this is my life. I'm not here to serve you, sir. And then on top of that, this God or this creator or this most high sounds very, very vain. What can I do? What can you really, we as human beings in flesh, what can we do to serve God? You can't do nothing. Anything that a human being do to serve God is strictly due to vanity. I'm God.
There's no choice. There's no choice. His holiness, man, is magical, man. He is the supreme creator, the supreme wisdom.
You know what it sounds like?
Oh, well, I don't, brother.
You know what it sounds like?
Okay, go ahead.
What does it sound like, right?
No, tell me. Speak on it.
It sounds like slavery. Because you have a group of people. You have a group of people who have done the same thing to other human beings, where they feel as though they're superior, and they got these inferiors to serve them. So we are the inferiors.
The Son, the Creator, is the superior, and we are inferiors to Him. We have to bow, kneel at His heels. We are inferiors. Oh, you don't. Oh, well, He's going to wipe us out. I'm just calling. I'm calling it the entity. He. It shall wipe out all humanity.
Good.
Yes.
Take your life back. Go find you something else that's going to serve you. I'm not going to serve your happy ass. Go somewhere.
We're going to serve whether we want to or not. That's what you don't understand at the end of the day. Just like,
well, that's slavery then.
Yeah. Well, yes, we are slaves to the master. We are slaves to the Creator.
Right, you're a slave.
Holiness. Yeah, yes, indeed. I am a slave. I'm a slave to His holiness, His righteousness, His most powerful, His unmatched. There's never been an entity that will ever match. Just speak on the Son now. There's never been an entity that humanity has ever seen that could match the power and the holiness and the righteousness of our Creator. I'm not calling Him a white man with blue eyes and blonde hair, but I'm telling you, there is no, I'm not going to be a slave. I'm not going to comply. You will comply. We shall comply. Because He's right. He's the holiness. But go ahead, brother.
No. I'd rather be dead. You can go ahead and kill me or send me to nothingness, because I was doing just fine before my birth. Just like you was talking about earlier, that you didn't feel no pain. And see, this thing about people that they just ignore. When we come into this life, we don't know nothing. You are alive and don't even know it because your brain hasn't developed enough to start accepting memories. You don't even know that you're alive when you're a baby. You don't even know that you're alive. You're here, but you don't know nothing because your brain is clean. We come into this, we're not pre-programmed, and our thoughts is based upon our experience and interaction with our mother, father, and the environment and general society. So
we're doomed.
This is how we become who we are.
We are doomed as a species, brother. We are doomed.
You're doomed. You're doomed if you want to be a slave. I don't want to be nobody's slave.
But what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about for me as man. Me as man, I'm not powerful. Of course, we know the white man is a very powerful force here on Earth. But even
you want to know something?
It's just a ant. He's a.
Let me tell you something about.
We talk about the universe. But go ahead, bro. I'll talk about the universe and God. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, but see, we some scary, pathetic, weak ass folks, and we talk all this old pro-black tough stuff or whatever, but I don't see nobody out there actually challenging these people. You know, I do this, I do. Yeah, see, I'm not impressed by all that crap. I heard all that crap when I was locked up. Them cats in there talking about I do this and running their mouth and blah blah blah. But when it came down to it, they ain't gonna do nothing. They'll hurt another patient before they hurt the actual enemy, the people that actually hurting them. They ain't gonna do nothing. These people ain't gonna do nothing. I do this.
The devil?
And they talk about if this cracker wanted to put you back into physical slavery right now, they ain't a damn. Now, a lot of us might die in the process.
Yes, sir.
But when it's all said and done, these people will conform and go back to the slave plantation. Believe me.
We talking about God. Man. I mean, like you told me earlier, man, don't change the subject. Like, if the cracker, man, he's just a grain. He's less than a grain of sand, or less than a grain of salt compared to the Almighty.
He don't care. Cracker don't care about no Almighty.
Man, the Almighty. The white man is dying.
Look, do you ever watch these?
Okay.
Do you ever watch these people's these movies these crackers make? If any kind of alien or whatever come out the sky, these people grab their guns and whatever and get the blast, and they don't care about.
What about George Washington? a skeleton grab bones. I mean, George Washington, his corpse is probably turned to, well, I know it's turned to skeleton from now, and his skeleton is probably been redistributed back into the soil. So I don't give as much might as the toughest cracker that you could name, the toughest exploiter. He cannot match wits with the creator, with the most high.
Creator? Who is this person? Who's this creator you talking
about? We shall see. We shall find out soon enough, brother.
We've been waiting on this stuff for the last 3,000 years. Bring your creator ass, divine ass on this live stream right now. Put the link. Is the link still in there? click the link, you creator ass Negro, whatever the hell you are, and click on the link and bring your happy ass in here.
We shall see.
And they've been saying that for thousands. Well, we shall see. Watch, it's about time. I've been hearing that stuff ever since I was a little boy.
Once we return to Earth, we return to Earth. Once we return to Earth.
Stop believing these cartoons. Yeah. Stop believing in these cartoon characters.
Shall we not return to Earth underneath the soil? Shall we not? We come from Earth and we shall return to Earth. Am I lying?
You're gonna do that, but there is no creator, divine being. That's a damn. See, I don't. And then we teach children this lie. It's lies. We teach the children these lies. And I have a problem with that. Leave the children alone. At least wait till they're 18. I mean, not 18, but at least 13, 14 years old. Then you can introduce them. We forcing all these beliefs, because that's what it is. These beliefs on these children. And really it's messing a lot of these children up. Because I know a lot of these children that religious stuff was forced on them. And they just went, once they was able to get away from their parents, they went crazy. They was happy to get away from that stuff. It was because it was oppressive to them. And you don't understand. You just copy it. Children don't understand really. They don't know what the hell you talk about. You talk about God and all this other stuff. Of course,
I don't understand either. I just, the best of my ability, man, I'm trying to make sense of this, man. This world, trying to make sense of Mother Nature to the best of my ability. That's all I'm doing. You're right. We don't know. We do not know at all. We shall find out. Because I'm just going to say this, man. And I mean, I know this is in line, in tune with my ancestors, man. We shall find out one day. We shall meet him face to face. And I mean, I know you don't believe in all this religion, but
no.
So you just believe it's over. I mean, there's nothing else to say. There's no creator. There was no alpha, and there will be no omega.
I got people who have transitioned on the other side. My mother told me if there's something on the other side and she can come back and tell me. My uncle told me, and my preacher friend who transitioned before both of them. My preacher friend transitioned in 1987. He told me if there's any way he can communicate with me and tell me about the other side, he would. And my uncle transitioned in 1990. And he ain't showed up and came back and told me nothing. And my mother
spirits.
Huh?
We have spirits.
Ain't no such thing as no spirit.
I mean, it's okay. Yes. I understand your position. I'm just saying, man, we have.
There's no such thing as a spirit. What is it? Okay, apparently, okay. Yeah. What is the spirit made out of?
It's everything what makes you you.
No, in order for me, the physical me, we have to eat food. We come here, we're born, and we have to eat food. We have to breathe air. If we don't do those things, we die. Now, what makes this spirit function? What is it? Is it air? Is it some kind of gas? I mean, what the hell is the spirit? What is it?
It's what was meant to be. No,
that's not answering the question. Okay. That's not answering the question. What is the spirit? How does the spirit operate? Is it some kind of molecule?
I don't have no answer for that.
See, it's make believe, and look, it's make believe. Just like, how do you explain Superman flying? He just takes off and flies, or how do you do that, sir? See, it's the same thing as trying to explain how Superman can fly, Because without wings, without some kind of machine, human beings cannot fly. So how do
But
that
bird
happen?
can
How do,
fly.
yeah,
Bird fly.
yeah, and mosquitoes can fly, and whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
how do Superman? I mean, scientifically, how could a man fly like that? Physically, how can a man just take off the ground and just fly? I mean, what is the science behind that? So
Man
I'm
is not
asking.
meant to fly. Man is meant to use his brain. Bird, remember that term bird brain.
Yeah.
Man is used to fly with his brain. Bird flies with his wings. I
Okay.
swear to
So
God, bro. But go ahead, bro.
this
Passing the
spirit,
microphone.
I keep asking these people the question: what is this spirit made out of? How does it function? How does it go from one realm to another? What is it made out of? I'm asking these people these things. And if you notice, every time people see these ghosts, like this one guy told me, I saw my grandmother last night. I said, really? Yeah, man, I saw my grandmother. His grandmother had just passed about a month or so ago. I said, really? I said, what she was wearing? And he said she was wearing her this gown and her slippers and whatever. I said, what does spirit need slippers and gowns for? In the spirit world. So you telling me that there's a Walmart or something in the spirit world? You turn to a spirit and you can go, there's a spiritual Walmart.
These are earthly treasures, man. Bro, you're not understanding where I'm
See,
going.
look,
But
the reason
yeah, these are
why
earthly treasures. Go ahead, brother. Go
the
ahead.
reason why he saw his grandmother like that is because that's the image that his brain remember. That's why when he was hallucinating, because he was thinking about his grandmother all the time, his brain made for him an image so he can see his grandmother. And that's the image that the brain remembers. Spirits don't need clothes. Matter of fact, a spirit, you're not even a gender no more. There's no reason for you to be a gender. You're just a spirit. There is no he, there is no she. There's no reason for you to be a gender. A gender is for a life form for procreation. So when you become a spirit, there's no need for you to be a male or female. You don't need that no more. You're out of the physical body.
One of our people, well, okay, when one of our species transitions, would you say that it's a sad occasion, or it's a return? It's really a
Well, a lot of
rebirth.
time,
A
in some
rebirth.
cultures, it's a celebration. In some cultures,
It's a
because
rebirth.
you transition
Yes, sir.
from this life to another. They
Yes,
actually
sir.
celebrate.
Yeah, it's a rebirth.
Yeah, it's a
So you've been
rebirth.
born.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
in some cultures, I heard. Me, I don't care. I die. That's the end.
Yeah,
Who
you
gives
know,
a damn?
yeah, yeah,
I, I
yeah.
don't trip off. I don't trip off of it. The only thing I trip off of is I would like, before I take my last breath, I would like the people that I'm born from to be in a better position because we deserve it. We've caught hell for the last 300-400 some years, and we deserve to be in a better place. We deserve it. But you're gonna have to get it yourself because you're living with people that don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about us like that. So the Mississippi campaign is about out slicking the slickster, out tricking the trickster. You're gonna have to learn how to use what your enemy give you to get what you need, get what you want. And see, we're not like that. Hustlers understand that in the street. How to how to out con the con. You got con, now you're gonna figure out how to out con the con to get whatever he con you out of back. We understand those things out on the street. We don't understand that type of terminology as a people. So that's the only way, because we cannot physically challenge these people. That we don't have the arms, we don't have the training. We cannot physically challenge these people, but you can outthink them. You can't outslick them. And next thing you know, when they look up, these Negroes took control of 3 or 4 states. How they do that?
Yeah, that would be something nice. See, that would be something nice to pass on to future generations, man. So
Absolutely.
they could, so
real
they
stuff.
could be up in a better position and condition than we have. See, that's what I'm all about. I want future generations, man, after me to have a better condition, man. Just like I benefit from a better condition based off of the fight of previous generations. I'm living in a way better condition, man. I'm not trying to say that, man. It's just all, it's beautiful and I have everything is perfect in my life. But I mean, just imagine being born a slave. Just imagine if Jim Crow was still prevalent. So my ancestors did fight, so that future generations could have somewhat of a better life. And I tip my hat, man, and pay homage and remembrance to all of those who fought.
And now, the ball is in our court. The ball is in our court. And what we're doing, it's going in less than 30 years or whatever, it's going to be 100 years after the civil rights movement, and we should be ashamed and embarrassed. We've accomplished nothing. We've accomplished nothing at all. The best thing we can talk about is the Million Man March. Ooh, we had a march that accomplished nothing. But like I told you, the people in 1995, Brother Craig, brothers and sisters was ready. We just did not have leadership. We didn't have nothing like Mississippi campaign. We didn't have those brothers and sisters was ready, listening to the leadership, waiting for instructions. What y'all want us to do? They didn't have nothing for the people to do. They didn't have nothing for all that manpower. Not only did we physically go to the mall, Washington, D.C., but the leadership, the people at the time, had the ears, a lot of the ears of everybody in this country. Even the so-called Uncle Tom type people, they had to sit back in the cut and just watch because so many of us was on board with I was getting arrested with the Mississippi campaign, with the Million Man March. The problem was the leadership didn't have nothing for us to do. They didn't have a Mississippi campaign. They didn't have nothing for the people to do. All that energy, all that resources, all those people, it just went to waste.
Especially,
but now we do. But now we do.
Yeah, but especially,
we got a plan. I mean, see, this is what I'm trying to tell people about the Mississippi campaign. I don't know the ins and outs. It's trial and error. I don't know. I never took control of no state, but I understand we have the premise and the foundation, and we work from there because we understand if we are successful, look at the benefits. This is what you have to understand. Look at the benefits of what you get if you took control of a state. I mean, it's endless. It's endless. You're not going to get those kind of benefits if you made $1 billion company. A state is far greater than a $1 billion company, even $1 trillion company. You talk about a state that you control. You control the public school system. You control the National Guard. You control any of the land and resources that belong to the state. You control. You make the laws and the policies. I mean, you ain't never been in that kind of position. But it's a big responsibility because if you fail, you can't blame nobody except yourself. Can't blame the white man. White man said, y'all Negroes were slick enough to take control of that state. Now what you going to do? And if you fail, can't blame him. Y'all Negroes is the one got it. Y'all took control of it. And I really think a lot of people are scared of that. They want to be in a position where they can keep blaming the white man. They don't want to take responsibility for their destiny and for their life. They want to be in a position where they can say, well, the white people do this. And because if you took control of Mississippi, you don't have to mandate that jab. You don't have to mandate that. Your people don't have to do that if they don't want to.
Yeah, I
Matter of
just want to
fact,
make sure. But go ahead,
matter
bro.
of fact, if you
I
could
didn't
took
cut you off.
control of Mississippi, you are in a position. They got state labs and stuff. Bring in your scientists, and you can create your own vaccine that you feel comfortable with. You don't
Right.
have to take their vaccine. But see,
For
it's
bro.
numerous what you can do with a state, the benefits that you can get. That's what you have to understand. It's going
Yes,
to be a
sir.
lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice, but look at the benefits that you get. You got to look at it just like if you go into war. I want this territory. I want this territory. I want to take this territory. So because I want to create my own country. And really that's what you're really basically doing. You're creating your own country. But you got to do it within the laws of the United States because that's just how it is. But you've made a large step that we've never done before.
No, man, this exodus, man. I mean, this mass exodus of black folk to Mississippi. I'm definitely in support of it.
But
But
look
I
at
just
this.
want to
It's
make
not.
oh,
That's another
bro.
fallacy.
Okay, yes, sir.
What we're doing or what we're doing. Of course, if the state of Mississippi turned into what I envision, who wouldn't want to go there? But this is how it is. It's very simple. You ever heard of this group? Well, you heard of Nelly, right? He's from St. Louis, that rapper,
Right.
Nelly.
Yes, I have, sir. Yes, indeed.
Okay, when they got signed, they didn't want well, actually, it wasn't Nelly. It was the St. Lunatics. That's the group. The record company did not like the St. Lunatics for some reason. But for some reason, they took a shine to Nelly as a solo artist. And Nelly told them guys, man, we in this together. The hell with that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go solo. I want to, I'm a St. Lunatic. But see, this is the way you got to look at it. They said, man, take the contract. Because once you get in and you're successful, you can bring us in. They supported Nelly, that one person, so he can get his foot in the door, and he brought the rest of them in. This is the way that you got to look at the Mississippi campaign. You're helping this one state get strong and powerful so it can bring benefits to all of us who help that state get into the position that it's in, because it's a national effort, and it's going to take a national effort in order to take control of the state. It's going to take a lot of us to get this job done. It's a state. It's not a little town. It's not a city. You trying to take control of a state. And so you're going to need the help of people in Detroit, LA, Newark, New Orleans, all over the country. We invest in these people here because they have agreed if we help them, if we do this, they're going to do this so that we can take control of the state and all of us will benefit. People tripping, and I chose Mississippi because it's the least path of resistance. If Detroit, not Detroit, but actually all of Michigan, if any other state was easier, that's cool. I don't care. It's the least path of resistance. But I feel as though, especially states like, California, you can't mess with you got a lot of Mexicans and people there. You ain't gonna get nowhere. You got all kinds of opposition that's gonna be there. So you want to choose, and Mississippi is a state poverty stricken. Nobody will really give a damn about Mississippi like that. So once you start working on that and get to going, ain't nobody really tripping off Mississippi. Who cares? But if you was in California, you're gonna have all kinds of opposition. And California is a wealthy state. You got a lot of eyes on California. They talk about California probably almost every damn day. But who cares about Mississippi?
Sir.
So that's the strategy, the path of least resistance.
Yeah,
and if we don't have enough people, and if we can't get enough people in order to pull off politically what we want, then we need to bust people in. We need to get volunteers who's willing to go to that state so they can register, and so we can get that vote. Support our homeless people all over the country. Bring in our homeless, support our homeless people, but they got to understand that once you get to Mississippi, you got to work. It's all about working. Work, work, work. Work, work, work. What do they say? Freedom is not free. I don't care if you go to Mississippi and got to live in a damn tent for a year. You got to make that sacrifice. Live in that damn tent until we can pull this off. Because once we pull this off, your life is going to get much, much better. You don't have to worry about that. But that's how you got to understand that you're a soldier. A soldier can be sent all over the world. Soldiers go into swamps. Soldiers go into deserts. Soldiers go into cold ass areas. Soldiers suffer. But that's a soldier. We have to look at this as you are a soldier. We're here to take over or take control of this geographical area. We are soldiers. So if we don't have enough people, we got to bust them in. You got to come in. We got to move people that want to move there. Whoever we can find. But you got to understand, it's going to take a lot of work and sacrifice. And if you don't want to do that, then just stop complaining, stop talking all this old pro-blackity black stuff. Just be a happy Negro, and go to Disneyland and get you some ice cream. And that's the thing about it too, Craig.
Go ahead, bro.
If you want to be a happy Negro and a comfortable Negro, just be that. Don't sit around here and talk all that blackity black stuff. And that's not what you're really about. Because what they say, real recognize real. You're not fooling nobody except yourself.
Yeah, I support this. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, if I was a comfortable Negro like that, I just tell you, I said, look, Craig, I love me some white women. I love to get drunk, and I'm gonna die that way. I just admit it. I admire you, Craig, for wanting to fight and all that stuff, but that ain't me, bro. I love my white women, and I like to get drunk, and that's the way I'm gonna die. And be real about you. And there's a lot of people that would tell you. A lot of people would tell you, man, I will help you. Here's $50. Here's $20. I will help y'all in your effort. But for me, I can't do it, bro. I love white women too much.
But see, here's the thing, bro. Man, we getting way off topic. But no,
we are.
I believe in this exodus.
Yeah.
This exodus, man. Just relocate, back to our roots.
Mm-hmm.
Because, my people come from Mississippi as well as yours. So, yes, indeed. This.
But that's not what it's about. It's not about some roots. Even if I wasn't born in Mississippi, I didn't choose Mississippi because of my roots to Mississippi. I chose it because it's the path of least resistance, the easier way to get what we want, the easiest way. Like I said, if there's another state that we can find, we think that it's more easier that we could take, let's do that one. It don't have to be Mississippi.
Yes, sir. I agree with you. I just want to. Okay.
But it's whatever you choose, it's gonna be a hard job regardless. You talk about taking control of a state. That's a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice. It's a lot to do. And I can't do it by myself. And it's a lot of things that I know we're going to run into. I don't have the knowledge. See, we as a people have the knowledge to pull this off. We have the talent. We have the money. We have the talent. We got everything that we need in order to pull this off.
One thing we lacking is the interests of the people. The people ain't interested. That's the main thing that we're lacking as a people, as a collective, is the interest.
Yeah.
The masses.
Well, like I said, there's people, they're not interested because they don't, that's fine, but I'm doing, I got a nice car, I got nice houses, they're not in a bad position. They don't see, back in the day, our people lived in fear. So their attitudes was different. They could be watching TV and some peckerwoods could knock open their door and kill your husband, rape the wife, that type of stuff. They lived in fear. Dr. King, I think the King family got their houses firebombed 2 times. That's the kind of environment that they lived in. We don't think about nobody breaking in our door and doing nothing like that to us. We're comfortable.
Wow, just like the term hunky, man. I don't know, because I remember I put you up on a slave, the breeding farm.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with where the term hunky came from?
Well, I heard the term hunky came from when white folks had the cars, because they had all these things first before black folks did. And black folks be walking to work or walking to school, whatever, and the white folks pass by in the cars, honk their horns. They call them honkies.
No, sir. Okay, well, let me just put this on you and make sure you could research this and look this up. It was a lot of brothers, who the Ku Klux Klan would come honk their horn up in on the side of their house or up in their driveway, and the black man's wife would come out here and sleep with the white man. Yeah, yo, this stuff, man. This is a real enemy. This is why, man. No, the damn Ku Klux Klan would come and honk. Of course he wouldn't be up in the sheets, but he had the fear instilled in the people so badly to where, the brothers and sisters and stuff like that time they were surrounded. They were behind enemy lines and enemy territory. Absolutely. White man was the judge, the soldier, the police. All those things, right? So, yeah, man, that term come from Ku Klux Klan, who were in their sheets, who used to just pull up in black families' driveways, honk the horn. The wife, the black man's wife would just come right out and sleep with the white man. Yeah, man, look it up and research it, bro. I'm telling you, man, it's a dagger. Yo, that shit, man, that shit will make you mad. That's where that term come from, bro. You could do some research on it, but I want to, man, close out. We've been on here for I want to get back to God. Okay. Before we close, I mean, I want to, because that was the, the topic of the discussion, man. We got 3 people watching at this point. Upon closing, I need to begin to cook, but I mean, man, I want to, speak on God real quick as you close off, bro, because that was the topic discussion. Does God exist? Yes.
Well, I would tell you, we was discussing this on Moore's World TV last night, and they never proved that God exists. Now, I mean, they said it with their mouth, and they got all scientific about it, but when it's all said and done, they did not prove that God existed. I mean, and it was all contradictory also, because, okay, the brother was saying something to the point, the God in you, right? Okay. Well, there's God don't necessarily have to be on the outside, some supreme being, the God in you. So what are y'all worshiping, praying to? Yourself? See, it's a contradiction. When you talk about God, are you talking about the God in yourself, or are you talking about some supreme creator? Because first of all, they believe in a God that created the heavens and the earth, some omnipotent being or whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's not you. You didn't do it. And what I'm saying is, I understand the God concept in us, which I don't like using the word. I don't like using that word, God, in reference to our natural ability. I'm questioning your belief in this human-like character that's supposed to create the heavens and the earth, and we was made in his image and all this other nonsense, but we've never seen him. Nobody. And according to the Bible, if you do see him, you'll die. We've never seen him. I don't mind giving God the credit as long as God earn whatever it is. I'm not going to give God credit for something he didn't do. Like I said earlier, you might as well believe in Santa Claus, because that's what we do with Santa Claus. We give this fat white guy credit for bringing presents or whatever. He ain't do a damn thing. And we do the same thing. We suffer, and we sacrifice, and we work, and we learn. Then we talk about, well, thank God. God didn't do none of that stuff. You did it all by yourself. God didn't help you do nothing. So why are you giving this character credit? And the sad thing about it, when things don't go their way, happy way, if you notice, they don't mention God. Like there was 2 tornadoes, and these tornadoes tore down these church during church service. They was worshiping God, and these tornadoes came through and killed most of the members that was worshiping God at church. You didn't hear them say, well, God punished us because maybe we were sinning or something like that. But when something good happened, oh, praise God, oh, praise the Lord, God is good. Okay, so where's all this praise and stuff like that when bad things happen to you? When you lose that race, when you win the race, oh, God gave me the energy. I thank God for winning the race. What about all your training you did? What about your own natural ability? Well, God gave it. Okay, well, he also gave you the natural ability to lose. And you don't mention God either. They don't mention God when they lose. Because you can't win all the time.
Let me just say this real quick too before we give our closing statements. But yeah, the Most High, this is just my personal belief. The Most High, the Creator, he does not, we as the small beings that we are, we do not deserve an explanation. His Majesty does not owe us anything but death and to meet him one day in a different realm. There is no questioning His Majesty. He's too great. He's too holy. He is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning of human civilization and the death of human civilization. How dare we as mere mortals question him? We cannot question. We cannot question his power. His power has been unmatched. I don't care. It could be the strongest European, the strongest man that controls what we know as the planet of Earth. But even they cannot match his power. They will all be burnt up when the sun explodes and goes into supernova. This Earth, including the white man, including the white man's military, including the Russian, the China men, they shall all be engulfed in flames into a fireball as his royalty shows his true powers. That's just my personal belief. But I will allow you to close out, man, on this God discussion. Go ahead, good brother.
Yeah, well, I can't do it. I can't do that no more. I can't do the supreme being creator thing. I can't do that no more. That's fantasy. It's fiction. It's just talk. That's all that it is. It's talk. And I can't do that no more. And we get caught up on those different things. And on the program, they was talking about, well, some people, need to believe in some kind of God or whatever in order for them to. That's because that's how we've been conditioned. We've been conditioned that we need this invisible being that don't do a damn thing for us. And we don't give ourselves any credit for nothing. We give this invisible being that we've never seen credit for our hard work. They try to give this God credit because of my own ability when I was struggling. And I refuse to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give this God thing. Look at how we suffering. Where's your God at? Look how we suffering. Look how bad we're doing. This God sit around here and let us suffer and continue to suffer going on 500 years in this country. We're identity.
Man has given a false image to what God is. I call God a creator. He does not owe us anything. He does not. He's allowed us to breathe. He's allowed us to see light, to have sunlight, to be able to ferment and fertilize the vegetation and the fruits and vegetables that we eat. That's what he has done. Other than that, he doesn't owe us anything except for a meeting with him personally. So, but yes, indeed, man. It's just, man, I'm too religious, brother.
Yeah, yeah, you are. Because, God can go to hell. God can piss me the hell with God. I don't care about that God stuff. God ain't gonna do a damn thing to me. I've been waiting to get hit by lightning or whatever. And God is a punk anyway. God is a punk. If God gonna punish me because I question who he is, but he let these people like Adolf Hitler have power, and these other folks and these other tyrants, regardless of their skin color, he don't do nothing to them. They go around killing people and murdering folks for hundreds of years. And then
Yes,
I
sir.
question God, then he gonna do something to me. To hell with this. God is a punk, a
No, no,
bully.
no, no. God is not going to do nothing to you for questioning that. But what happened to Adolf Hitler? Is Adolf Hitler still alive, or has he met his maker?
He's supposed to die way back during the war.
God is a supreme, the creator, the most high, is superior to all that you've ever seen. So what I'm saying, even Adolf
there's no
Hitler,
evidence of that. There's no evidence of that. There's no
even
evidence.
Adolf Hitler
There's no evidence that
died.
your
I hear
God.
a painful death. But go ahead. We
There's
don't
no.
pray to him.
You keep bringing this being up that don't exist. Bring him on the live stream, Craig.
No, he's powering this live stream.
No, he's not.
Everything.
No, prove it.
I'm talking about nature. When I say God, I mean, how are we getting electricity? How did God?
That's different. You're talking about this God, like this God is some kind of being, some kind of human being. That's what I'm looking for. Some kind of being, some kind of creator.
Man has placed that type of identity on his excellency. Man placed
there is
made
no
him
excellency. There is no excellency, and there's no creator. There's a bunch of made up fairy tale. And the reason why we think that way is because that was put on us from birth. We was conditioned. It's an unnatural behavior. It was taught. If we wasn't taught about God, that wouldn't even come out of our mouth. If it was natural, we would just automatically be looking for God. If it was natural.
The ancients, they didn't need no book. The Bible was only 2,000 years old. How old is the religion of Islam? Prior
14.
to that, the ancients, they looked up into the stars. They saw sky, tree, star, dirt, earth, fire, water. They didn't need a book. They didn't need a religion. They saw that these forces were greater than them. And that's what I'm saying. Bro, I want to make sure that you understand.
They made up stuff. Like some of these people, they practice human sacrifice. They kill a virgin and go up on a mountain and stab the virgin in the heart to please their God, and take fruits and vegetables. And the fruits and vegetables, the poor girl virgin, she gets stabbed in the heart. They cut her heart out to sacrifice. I don't know where they get this stuff from, but they sacrifice the young girl up on the mountaintop, cut her heart out, and they take fruits and vegetables and other stuff to please this God. And when you go back up there, her body rotting on top of the and the fruits and vegetables ain't never been touched. That's some idiots. That's some idiots.
But that God, I'm talking about the God is higher. He's a higher power, because even the murderers in that situation, they have to answer. They meet a maker. It doesn't matter nothing. How. Oh, they're going to meet they're going to meet a death. They're going to meet an end.
We all gonna die, but
that's the creator right there. The creator given, and he taken.
That's some dumb stuff.
Yeah, I know you're not a believer. I know you're not a believer, brother. So I ain't gonna force my religion on you. I know you're not a belieer, brother. But this is a good conversation.
I don't even know what religion I don't even know what religion you represent.
the earthly, I don't know what religion. Of a creator, the ancient religion.
Yeah, it's based upon something that you read or whatever. You was taught that.
No, and that's something that I read. No, sir.
Yeah, it's something that you read.
I never read. No, not this. I look up. I see air. I feel cold breeze. No, listen. Please let me get this out, please. Then I'll let you go. No, I don't have to read nothing to understand this. I look out. I see air. I have eyes to see. I feel cold breeze. I look at tree. I eat vegetables. I eat meat. I
Yeah.
drink juice, water.
Mm-hmm.
I look up, I see sun. I see that there were bricks that were created to build the house that I stay in. There was
Uh-huh.
heat created to keep me warm, clothes created to keep my body warm out in the frigid temperatures. I don't need a book to teach me about these things. I'm not, of course, I already told you, bro, I don't believe in a blonde hair, blue eyed um Jesus, man. I don't believe in that. But earth, wind, fire, man, the natural elements, man, Mother Nature is God in my eyes, bro. That's just my personal religion, man. But yes, sir, I'm done. I just wanted to get that out on the stream so I could come back and listen to this, man. It's been a good discussion, bro. Go ahead and
Yeah.
close out. Go ahead and
No, I'm
close out,
fine. I
bro.
mean, you did a good job. You did a good job. But all this, see, Mother Nature, uh, Mother Nature is not alive like that. You know, we putting human attributes on something that's not even human. There's no such thing as Mother Nature. You putting human attributes on something that's not even human at all. And see, that's why I was talking about in personification. We're trying to put human elements on something that's not human. You're trying to make something human that's not human human. There's no such thing as human nature. Nature is not a female. Nature is not human. Nature is what it is. It's just the natural order of things, the reality of our life. That's all that it is. And you're thinking because we was taught the God concept, and you're blending that religious spiritual stuff, the God concept, with excuse me, this funky phone ringing.
No, it's
Yeah,
cool, bro.
you're blending, you're mixing the God concept just with the natural world, but you don't need to do that. We just accept life as it is. You don't have to say, "Well, the God in it." No, I just enjoy the air and the things or whatever that make me alive until I croak. Be done with it. It's simple as that. You don't have to try to make like something or some power is behind it. This is all. Now, when we find out if it is some kind of creature, some being, that's cool. But I'm not going to sit around here and make up no lie, and I'm not going to give attributes to something that's not human. It has nothing to do with humanity. There's no Mother Nature. Nature is not female. It's not male or female. It's just how our reality is that we know of. And this is all we know. Even when they talk about going to the spirit world or whatever, it's still based upon, and what they see is still based upon what we know here. And I wonder why is that? Because this is all that we know. When they draw monsters and things like that on TV, whatever, all those monsters and things or whatever that they draw, all of it is based upon something in this life that we're familiar with. We cannot draw what we cannot reference. If there's life on Mars, we can't draw or do nothing because we don't know nothing about life on Mars. There's no reference. We never seen that. We never seen the life on Mars. So the only thing we can do is talk from the only reference point that we know of, and that is the reality that we live. So when they talk about the spirit realms and all that, it sounds like the same kind of stuff that we're dealing with right here, except it's a little different. But it's basically the same because the reference point, this is all that we know. And on that note, we already 5,000. I'm out. I'm done.
Man, appreciate it. Appreciate it,
Yeah.
man. Good discussion, man. Download this,
Thank
man.
you.
I'm about to go back and watch it right now,
All
man.
right.
This is a great discussion, bro.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Even though we got off topic some, but I wanted to
True.
try to stay on topic.
Yes, sir. Okay, peace,
Yeah.
man. Till next
All
time,
right.
bro.
All right. Yes, sir. Peace. Peace, everybody. Forecast. Peace. Deacons of reality. Peace.